I'm very delighted to work with Jürgen Klopp, and because I knew him before, for me it was clear when he called me, I wanted to straight to come here to work with him, because yeah, I really admire him, like as a coach, as a person, and yeah, I just want to give him back that he wanted me, and I give everything on the pitch to be successful.
He demands a lot from his players, and I think that's why he's had success as a manager, and I think we've all bought into the idea that he's brought into the club, and I think with the right mentality, then any team can go a long way.
Everyone wants to work, and everyone wants to give more than 100% for each other. And I think with that and the quality we have, that can only hopefully lead to success. But obviously, we still need to show it on the pitch.
We've shown that everyone's hungry for titles and winning competitions, and I think hopefully this season we'll bring silver to the club.
So hearing from some of the Liverpool players and what they've made of the time that they've spent under their manager. Part 3 now of Melissa's big interview with Jürgen Klopp and his analysis of his time as Liverpool manager so far and what's to come in the future.
Jürgen, apart from the on-pitch progress of the team, psychologically there's been a shift as well. You spoke about that team sign, mentally strong machines, but there is an issue with, the self-fulfilling prophecy in defence, as you said, and a lot of the times where the players perhaps didn't believe they were as good as you thought they were. And also, they seem better now because of the Champions League run and all that. They now believe in themselves. But also, they're listening more to, it seems like, the backroom team rather than all the external noises. And that's a big development as well, psychologically.
That was one of the first things one of the first things I told the players. So the only criticism which is really important for the players is mine. So whatever anybody thinks is really not important, it's still there, but I can ignore it easily, to be honest, because if somebody tells me I did a bad job because we lost yesterday, I know it before he knows it. And if somebody is saying, oh, what the coach he is and stuff, I'm not interested, but if we win a game, I know that it is something like that. So the truth is always somewhere in between. And yes, we created that for sure. So and it's clear that when I came in, I said it, nobody liked the team. Not even the team liked the team when I came in. So it was like they didn't say it, but I could see it. They thought they are not good enough for a Liverpool side because everybody gave them that feeling. Everybody. So that's clear. And then I came in and was completely enthusiastic about the potential of the team. I knew I have Bobby Firmino, yes, he was injured and stuff like that. I had 5 strikers that time. I never managed a team before with 5 strikers. I went in the season with 1 striker. So, and it worked out somehow, not pretty well, but it worked out. And so there were so many options. It was really nice for me to have that. And of course, my enthusiasm about their quality, of course, it gave them a little lift, let me say it like this, and that's clear. And but we had to develop, and they were really young. Key players of today were these times really young. So John Henderson was skipper, and I think he was 23 or so, and took the armband of Steven Gerrard. That's the heaviest armband in world football, and so that was one situation. All that really different challenges with all the players, and of course if you put our final defeats aside, which is actually not possible but allowed still, then it is a success story and nothing else. It is, yes. I mean, lost the final. It's the last game of the year. So, and it's always like this. If you only judge the last moment of a year, and that makes the whole year a very average year, if you want. But it isn't. It's only, you have still 364, hopefully, wonderful days. So, and exactly that's a bit like we did. The last day was a few times not exactly like we wanted, but all the rest was good. So, and we made it happen that we remembered the 364 more than the one. And so we could build always on the last season, and that's what we still do. And that means that the players are, of course, stronger. So if you lose a European League final, nobody from outside says, oh, really good season. It was only European League, and you lost. But if it was a Champions League final, then people say, yeah, at least they came in the final. So and that, of course, for the players, it's quite similar. That it's really going there with an unbelievable, difficult draw, I would say, then in the knockout stages at least. I know we smashed Porto, but that was not an easy draw. And then we had all the other games which were not too easy, and we won against City twice. So that, I said, for getting more confident, you need results on the way there, and we had them. We had them, not all, but we had a lot of them. And so, of course, we are stronger today. And how I said, brought different players, new players in, but they alone cannot change anything. It's not. I know what people think about Roger van Dijk, and I love this boy, and he's a fantastic player. But he didn't sort our defensive problems alone, because it doesn't work. And exactly how Alisson cannot fix all problems. We'll have 500 clean sheets in a row, will not work. So because the game doesn't make it possible, and that's exactly the situation. So as we developed, and we kept the majority of the team together, made a few judgments, and so in the moment we have a good football team. We have a really good football team, and that's what we try to use.
You have a very good football team, but it's also helpful that it's a football team made of very good people as well.
Yeah. That's true. Do you mean that the person behind the player is a good guy? Yeah. Yes, that's very important. I like that. Actually, I don't know it differently, to be honest. I know in public people make a few stories about this or this player, and maybe there are a few questionable characters around, but I never had one of them. And I had a few players. Meanwhile, 18 years as a manager, I had a lot of players. And if there were two, I can't remember. If there were two really difficult characters, I think, come on, you will never learn it. That would be really a lot. And that's because the game educates you. So yes, you need to be confident, but not too confident, because you need all the other players. If you think I'm the best and you only give me the ball and I do the rest, the team will let you down 100% at one point, because you cannot treat people like this. So whatever quality you have, at the end you need to be a normal part of the team, that they bring you in a position where you can help then again the team. So it's really fair play. And so the game educates the people, and I get only the best of them, because I'm already a few years in professional football, and even at Mainz it was already a selection of players which they came through difficult ways to go there. So they were outstanding characters, and that's one of the things I love most in my job, that I met so many really good people, and I'm still in contact with them, and that makes life much more enjoyable.
And then, other than the players, you also like to surround yourself, as you've previously said, with people who know more about their fields than you do, to help that learning process. And at Melwood, you've got a very strong staff around you.
I would say my biggest strength is common sense, to be honest, because I'm not too smart, but I understand life in a specific way, and that means I'm smart enough that I know that I don't know anything. I don't have to know anything, everything, but there are people they know much more in the specific parts, so bring them in. And I'm naturally confident, to be honest, because I know that I'm not perfect, so I don't think that anybody else should think I'm perfect. So no problem to ask questions. I had never. I had problems sometimes to give answers, but never to ask questions. And so, yes, I brought a few fantastic people together, and that, but all for the benefit of the club and the project, because I said when I came in, I didn't want to change things immediately. I wanted to understand why English football teams, especially Liverpool, is doing the things the way they did it in the past. And so we changed it step by step, but we brought quality in for sure. And that's something I'm really proud of. That, meanwhile, I would say the stuff at Melwood is absolutely world class, and we were not world class when I came in. So that's the truth as well.
How exciting is it, or how proud does it make you to go on this shared journey with these people, you know, the players, the staff, to you know, grow together, learn together, push each other?
That's what I love most. I'm a team player, 100%. I prefer the game football instead of tennis, because I wanted to have my friends around me. I want to be a member of a good team, and that's what I still want to be. So it's much more. It feels much better when you do things together than when you do it alone, and so I love that. And we had, that's clear. I really think that everybody at Melbourne in the moment feels really, valuable. Feels really the right. Has the right feeling when they come to work, that they are really important to us, really important. And I hope, you know, but in the end, there's always one who needs to make the decisions, and that's very often me. And I have no problem with that, of course, but I want to have all information, all the best informations I can get before I make the decisions, and that's the situation we created. And now, how I said, now we have to use it.
We spoke about the psychology of the players, the culture of excellence at Melwood, but what has also changed is the psychology of the fans. You know, what you said on day one, the doubters to believers, you can really feel that sense around Liverpool now from the supporters.
Absolutely, but we had, I don't know exactly how many, but we had so many fantastic common experiences, and that's in football, our football matches. So we had crazy games, and we had so many really exciting nights and afternoons together that I would say it's normal. So I really wanted from the first day that the people know about their importance. That's always that. I think in football people always say it. So the guys in the club always say supporters are important, but then you don't treat them like that. So you have to make sure that it's really a healthy relationship. We know without them we wouldn't play it on that level. No chance. It's not only Liverpool, it's in general. If people are not interested in football, we still do all grassroots football. That's how it is. And so you have to appreciate that. And it's very easy. And it's still, there's still different, obviously, routines in England and Germany. What I did after the West Brom game. And when we came back and had a draw at least at the end. And I wanted to say thank you to the supporters after that game and took my team there. It was a big misunderstanding. So how the discussion about that was for me like, why we discuss that? Yeah. But I had to learn that obviously English people are not used to that. It's a celebration. Even if you celebrate, you don't do it like this. Now we celebrate like this. We all that stuff. It's in Germany. They ask for people on the fence. England, we don't have fences, so it's quite difficult to do that. But it's all different. What I wanted to show is really that we are one unit, 100% one unit. But that means I know I'm responsible for the performance. But the people are responsible for the atmosphere. So it should be a win-win. Means we play well, then it's easy. We play not that well. Come on, get on your feet. Be now. Now you have to be the start. Usually the performance is the start. So it's an exciting game, and the people are wow. It's like that. And if it's not an exciting game, then the people are watching the game. And I want us to have the best atmosphere in world football. And there is no limit. Actually, there's no limit. I love it. I love it how people really are involved in the game. So, but how I said, there's still space for improvement. From our side, performance-wise, 100%, but the atmosphere that we can really keep it on the highest level average level, if you want, of all games over the season in the world. And again, come back to that what I said maybe a few minutes ago. This is a fantastic moment to be a Liverpoolian. Actually, it's a fantastic moment, because it's also positive in a not so positive world. So yeah, welcome. Yeah, you can be involved in any way you want, and I say it again, and let's really have the best time of our lives until we win something. And when we win something, then we will keep we'll put it the best time of our life on a different level, and then this city will explode. I'm 100% sure in a very positive way. So because waiting that long for something special is quite special, but yeah, the basis was never better than in the moment.
Jürgen, thank you very much for your time. It's much appreciated.
Welcome.
Well, Paul, if you take a look at Jürgen's record in his last 3 years as Liverpool manager, how would you analyse it?
It's very good.
Yep.
The big thing for me is he touched on it himself. He has to win, and that's the feeling a manager wants. He wants to have a feeling of winning a trophy. These stats will stack up against anything, but you have to win.
Agreed. And he says it's not a matter of if we win a major trophy, it's when.
Well, I think that's the belief he's got. I'm sure the Liverpool fans will have the same belief. You've got to get above Manchester City, I still think. And he knows that himself, but they're in a really good position to try and do something this season.
Melissa, you know, as you've seen for Jürgen and his staff and even the players, in his 3 years, irrelevant of all of the stats to come, it's about, you know, so much more than just the stats.
Yeah, it's about the common experience, and from the staff to the backroom team, the players, the supporters, I think there's this unified vision. And what he said there, everybody's responsible for everything, and you need to feel like one club. Liverpool didn't feel like that for a long time, but under him they definitely do.
Your wish for the future for Liverpool and for Klopp?
Premier League trophies. Made a really strong start to the season. It's incredibly difficult, like Paul said. Man City are the team, they're the benchmark. Chelsea have started so well. Tottenham and Arsenal not that far behind. I think it's going to be a very tense fight for the title this season, but Liverpool need to be part of the conversation, and I think they're determined to be. Yeah,
Paul, do you think that will be the priority?
I think they'll be at the top table with Manchester City. Melissa's touched on it. Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, they will all be there. And it's whoever dines the best, I think, is going to do it. I still think Manchester City is really powerful. But Liverpool have got a team that I think are more than capable to sustain it throughout the whole season, not just 3 quarters. I think they're capable of sustaining the challenge.
So the main focus will be the Premier League title?
I think so to an extent, but I think the Champions League is also the holy grail. I always think the Champions League is the pinnacle for it. He's lost 2 European finals in Champions League, which I'm pretty sure will hurt him, but I think he'll want that and the league.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, Melissa. Fantastic show. 3 years ago this week, Jürgen Klopp became Liverpool manager, and it's been an exciting and memorable journey so far for Liverpool fans, with the promise of more to come.